Happy Monday, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is time for the virtual hair Zoom. We're so glad that you've joined us, and we are pleased to announce and always joined by our resident expert, our trichologist with over 40 years, 48 years of experience. I'm trying to make you younger, Doris, already looking young, but with over 48 years of experience. And as a trichologist, she knows everything about the hair, the scalp, the health of it. And she's actually our VP of our hair division, heading up and spearheading some of the most innovative hair care products on the market today. So we appreciate you guys for joining us today. We're going to get started right away. First, we're going to just talk about the company that sponsors the hair care product line that you're about to find out about. So if you're a guest on the line, if you're a professional on the line, so glad that you joined us. If you are one of our supporting distributors, so glad that you've joined us. We're going to get started by just a short video sharing with you information about what Wakana is all about, how we've really gotten started, our place in the industry, and then just really letting Doris take over. So give me just a moment. I'm going to share my screen with you.
It just made sense to me. It was more so about teaching people a more natural way to be healthy.
We had the opportunity not only to just get the 40 acres, but also get the mule.
In the waters where the sharks and piranha swim. Remember, couldn't see the sky, it was kinda dim. I never broke, I ain't got that kind of skin. They never should. Bad for the chronic, get royalty. If you got the time, we're gonna talk about loyalty.
I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis at age 17, and now at age 51, I'm finally getting the relief that I need from my arthritis without all of the side effects.
I have witnessed thousands of people overcome so many challenges, chronic long-term challenges that they've not been able to really overcome with traditional pharmaceutical medication.
I went and played golf this year, and normally when I play for the first time after 18 holes, I'm really sore. I took my Impranium in the morning. I used some of the pain cream, on my knees, and it's like I hadn't played at all.
Well, Wakana isn't just a company, even though you can say it is a company, but we really formed this from the beginning to be a movement. We knew that the cannabis industry really had not catered to those who, unfortunately, were the victims of the war on drugs, and that was minorities, African Americans. And so in starting Wakana, it was really giving birth to an idea that we as African Americans, we as minorities, we as Black and brown people could absolutely play a big role in this. So we see this as a company, a movement that will absolutely revolutionize and change the cannabis industry and help impact minorities all around the world.
Awesome. I'm glad you got a chance to see that. So Doris, what I can do is I do have those slides that you were talking about. Would you like me to go through some of them and you go through some of them, or would you like me to just
Yes.
operate them for you?
No, we can team. It's team.
Okay, that
Make it
sounds
bring
like a plan. So I'll bring those up right now. Just a
Catherine,
second.
while you're bringing those up, I just want to share with everybody. I don't know how many hairstylists that is on the line, but last night my son was given the ex- Educator of the Year award at NAHA. And you know, if you're a stylist, they know what NAHA is in Long Beach, California. He was nominated out of many, many hundreds of people. Was nominated, but he made the top 5 and he got the award. This is the Oscars for us in the beauty industry.
That's awesome,
It was
Doris.
amazing.
Congratulations to John.
Thank you. And they said he went up against some of the top educators in the country, but he came out with the
Wow.
statue. It was so amazing last night. I mean, thousands of people were there, red carpet, the whole nine. I mean, I felt like, oh, it was amazing. So to you guys who are on the call, my son is the Educator of the Year.
Wow, congratulations. That is really awesome. And how long has John been in the industry?
Probably about 15 years, maybe. I don't even know it, Kathy.
Wow.
Overwhelming, but he's been in it a while. He's the
Wow.
artistic
That's
director
really
for Paul
great.
Mitchell, and he's a global educator for Anders Clipper Company. They're getting ready to send him to Europe in June to do some
Oh my
education for them.
goodness.
He's doing really
Well,
well. I'm very proud of him.
I'm sure that you are.
Yeah.
Congratulations for you as a proud mama and mentor, and congratulations to John for his accomplishment. That's wonderful.
I share that with him. Yes, it was great. It's a great
Well,
experience.
folks, Wakanda, with the help of Doris Mosley, who's a woman, as I mentioned, has 48 years of experience in the hair care industry, a person that really, really cares about how the industry is successful in helping people with not only looking beautiful, but really helping with their hair care. Let me just go through this disclaimer. The statements made regarding these products have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. The efficacy of these products has not been confirmed by FDA approved research. These products are not
That's
intended
dead on.
to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. All information here is not meant as a substitute for or alternative to information from healthcare practitioners. Please consult your healthcare professional about potential interactions or other possible complications before using any product. The Federal Food, Drug, and Cosmetic Act requires this notice. So, our hair care line is vast. It not only includes our hemp powered hair, which is our flagship product, but you've got an entire line that is infused with CBD and essential oils to really help you have the best hair possible. Renewing shampoo, moisturizing conditioner, leave-in detangler, 2 types, styling cream, which is fantastic, hemp powered hair, which is a twofer product, a product you can use internally and externally, and the beard and scalp oil, which is for use by men and having success with beards and scalps everywhere. Hemp powered hair promotes healthy hair and natural shine. It's a natural way to strengthen and heal damaged hair follicles due to hormonal traction and androgenic alopecia, reduces breakage and thickens edges. Doris, how about you share with them? I'll talk about these ingredients that we see here.
Okay, well, but first, before we go into the ingredients, Kathy, I think it's they should be made aware of what is alopecia. You know, this week past, we were hit with something that was to a degree very sad, but out of it came alopecia on the front run again, and actually, people actually said on the news, they were interviewing people, and they said they never heard of alopecia. They didn't know what alopecia was. I said, well, we really, people, as a movement, we gotta get the
Mhm.
information out there. Alopecia is the medical term for baldness. And I tell clients, don't go to a doctor and they just tell you it's alopecia without getting to the root cause of why you have alopecia. There's forms of alopecia, 3 types, I'll say, of alopecia. It's alopecia areata, And that's where there are patches about the head. Then you have alopecia totalis, meaning there's no hair on the entire head. And sometimes the eyebrows and eyelashes are affected. Then you have alopecia universalis. That's the alopecia where you have no hair on the entire body. Now you're born with 5 million follicles, and the follicle is what houses the strand, nourishes the strand, and makes sure you have a healthy strand of hair coming out of that pore. That those are the 3 types of alopecia. Now, if you kill off the follicle, then there's not going to be any more hair. So we don't know the nature or the root of Jada's alopecia, but the fact is, it's a medical term for baldness. So I don't want nobody on this line, and I don't want nobody going away and not able to share with people what alopecia really is. Now, today, we're dealing with traction alopecia. What is traction alopecia? Traction alopecia is where that area has been challenged, has been stressed out, have been tight tension. If you continue to do those type of things to the to hair, you're going to lose. A strand is going to lose. That's why it is so important. I tell people, if you're going to take on the system, our SOS system, only use our SOS system, only use the hemp powered hair. Give it a chance. If the follicle is still there, the chances are you will get your hair back. Now let's look back at the hemp powered hair cap. I just had to bring them up to speed on what happens to the hair. And hair grow through 3 phases. It's the anagen phase. It's the anagen phase is where the hair is growing. Okay, put the hemp powered hair back up, Kathy.
Okay.
Anagen phase is where the hair is growing. Then you have the catagen phase where the hair is resting. It moves from the anagen, which it stays in for about 2 to 6 years. That's where your hair is growing. Then it goes into the catagen phase. It starts to lose its blood supply. It goes over to the telogen phase. That's where you have shedding, but you have excessive shedding. That's telogen and fluvian. You don't want that. So let's look at our hemp powered hair. This is
Doris, can you hear me?
Yes.
I did have that person that exemplified traction alopecia right here for you.
Yes. Okay. Now you see, and I always say, this didn't happen overnight, you guys. This was progress. And somebody didn't love this person, because there's no way they should have continued to either glue or put too many tight braids to attach the hair to. Now they got a cover up. She could either make a decision: I'm going to shave all my hair off my head, like you know who did, or you chose to wear a wig. Now, she probably would never get her hair back. And that's unfortunate, because it didn't have to happen. As stylists, we got to stop tightening our hair so tight. And as customers, you have to say, wait a minute, that's too tight. I've had people say, I had my hair weaved. Girl, I had to smoke marijuana. I had to take Excedrins. And I was like, are you serious? Then you know that's too tight. That's too tight. Hair is going to grow anyway. You can't stop that. So why tighten it up so tight that you lose your edges? And we here, me and Kathy, have a thing about how you can tell where your edges should be. Put your little finger over your eyebrow and close the rest of them down. If wherever that pointing finger lands is where your hairline should be. If not, you're already in trouble. But let's look at our ingredients for our hemp powered hair. The cannabis sativa, that is our CBD. Okay, it's in all of the SOS line. It's in our hemp powered hair. And what it does, it brings the body back to balance. It brings the body, and that's what the body have to be. The body have to be in balance for good things to come out. And that is through our eating properly. Okay, virgin olive oil, very good for the hair. Gives it a lot of shine, a lot of moisture. It's excellent for the hair. Black seed oil. A lot of us have itchy scalps. Black seed oil helps eliminate that itchy scalp. If you're going to scratch up in your scalp, you're going to end up damaging the follicle. Then we have the hemp oil. It comes from the plant again, where we extract and we get our CBD from. Baobab. Baobab comes from a tree in Africa. It's called the tree of life. Okay. And what it does is for health, it's for iron. That's where we get our iron from. And we need it. We need the iron in our body. Pumpkin seed oil. Pumpkin seed oil is good for inflammation. You hear Dr. Rita talk about inflammation all the time. It's not good. If inflammation is present, that means that area is sick. Follicles cannot live properly in a sick area. So we have to be able to nourish that follicle, keep that follicle alive. Lavender oil, very good for the hair. It even gives that product a nice scent. And when you have a nice scent in your product, what happens? It relaxes the person. It relaxes you. And that's what we have to have. We have to have more of those type of days where the arteries are relaxed so the blood can flow good. Rosemary oil. Rosemary oil is a natural DHT blocker. We talk about DHT. We talk about how it can get around the follicle and causes the follicle nutrients to be depleted. That's not good because once you deplete from the follicle, your hair is going to eventually, you're going to lose that strand. And that's not good. Moringa. Moringa is good for your overall health. We got to have good health. And I always say, again, we're into the flat belly lifestyle, eating for your blood type. All of that promotes a good, healthy scalp. And healthy hair begins with a healthy scalp. Wild salmon oil. Wow. I know we also, ooh, I love salmon. I eat salmon. You can't eat enough salmon to do what needs to be done. So what we do, we put salmon oil in our hemp powered hair. And what it does, it makes the hair stronger. It makes the hair shinier. And that's what you're looking for, that to be done internally. That way, when it comes out, it's already there. Once it get out, then we can add all kind of stuff to it. But that's a temporary fix. We want something that's going to be coming from the inside out. Peppermint oil. Peppermint oil, again, it stimulates the blood circulation. It stimulates the blood circulation so we can have what? Good follicles, good flow. And then we have cedarwood oil. Oh my goodness, excellent for the hair. It nourishes the follicle, give it the strength. And that's what we have to have, a strong follicle to give us a strong strand. Thyme oil, again, another one that nourishes at the follicle. You know, we focus a lot on the follicle. We start from the cellular level because that way we know what we're going to get in the end. Then cinnamon oil. Cinnamon oil helps get rid of those radicals, those free radicals running around in the body, just causing havoc. So that's what the cinnamon oil, it helps eliminate that. Lemon oil, yes, we got to have that because we have to make sure the shaft is clean, the pores are clean. And we take and deep cleanse those pores, cleanse that shaft, because you want to make sure, because the cuticle layer is the first layer of hair of that strand. So if that cuticle layer is clogged with all kind of product buildup, you're not getting to the cuticle to give the cortex, which is the second layer, what it needs. And the medulla is the third layer of hair, now the strand I'm talking about. And sometimes that is missing. But if you can get to that cuticle to give it the shine, the luxury that it needs, you can always know you're going to get a healthy strand of hair. I see one of the ingredients on here is not there, and that is clove. Clove helps eliminate some of the shedding. We're going to shed anywhere from 50 to 100 strands a day. But if you have those stationary hairstyles, you have the braid, the weave, the weaves and all that, you're going to shed still, but it's not going to come out. Okay? So look at our renewing. I said to Melissa, I said to Kathy, we need a complete system. Hemp powered hair is doing an excellent job, but we need to have a system in place. Melissa is awesome for listening. And if it makes sense, she's on board, and it made sense. So we got our what? Renewing shampoo made with essential oils and CBD to help invigorate the mind, body, and soul, while leaving the hair clean, soft, and refreshed. And that's what we're looking for. Healthy helps clarify the scalp. A healthy head of hair begins with a healthy scalp and remove buildup of oils that can hinder hair growth. Great for all hair types. Now, again, I always like to let you guys know the difference between hair type and texture, because a lot of time people say, "Oh, that's not good for my hair type," and you don't even know your hair type. We have straight hair, wavy hair, curly hair, kinky hair, extremely curly. And when I say extremely curly, it's on the kinky side. So we have to know what type of hair we have. Now, texture, I don't know whether you was with me today. We identified texture. It's by the size of the strand, fine, medium, and coarse. Those are textures. Okay. Vegan, no added phthalates or parabens. That's important. Main ingredients, what? Rosemary oil, provitamin B5, hydrolyzed wheat protein, because that's what hair is made of. Hair is made of protein and moisture. We have both, so we can balance out that shaft. And let me tell you, you guys, if you just try, and I say for 6 months, don't use nothing else but the system, and you will see the difference. I don't know whether in the end, Kathy have the picture that she put together for me, but I want her to show that because it's amazing. Moisturizing conditioner, complete conditioner, specifically intended to help rehydrate and moisture all hair types. Now, can you imagine? You know what rehydrate means? Right, we're gonna add moisture. And that's what hair is made of. It's made of moisture and protein. But remember, you can over proteinize and you can over uh, uh, moisturize a head of hair. You want to know keep the balance in it. Uh, CBD, organic juices, essential oils and vitamins to moisturize and soften hair. Locks in positive replenishment, leaving hair with a soft, shiny, luxurious glow. And that's what you want. You want to be able to balance it out. And again, it have phthalates or paraben. We don't have that because that's not good. I mean, if you look up filet, you would like, oh my God, that could be in product. Look at your ingredients. Most of the time, the first ingredient in a product is the dominant ingredient. If it's water is the first, it has more water than it has anything else. So don't be fooled by your product. Kathy, I'm not going to go through because they're reading right along with me. We're going to move on to the next product, which is the leave-in detangler. Packed with soothing, nourishing ingredients for strong and conditioned hair. Leave hair with a beautiful, shiny bounce, great for all hair types. This is one of the babies that I'm going to share with you. If you are taking down braids, if you are taking down a weave, any stationary hairstyle that has been up longer than a week or two, listen, spray the hair before you shampoo it. And with our detangling conditioner and leave-in conditioner, and comb it out from the ends to the scalp to get all of that hair that did shed but wasn't able to get out. That way you don't tangle that hair up when you shampoo and try to get it out. And hair is weakest when it's wet. So you want to make sure that you spray the leave-in detangler. Although you say, well, I thought it was a leave-in. Yes, it's a leave-in when the hair is clean. But when the hair is not clean, it's to help you comb it out. I've learned that by just using the product. And I'm telling you, what a difference. And you save a lot of hair because you're not popping the hair off trying to get that hair out. So that's important. Then we have the styling cream. The styling cream nourishes and rejuvenate. Y'all, I have these wrong glasses on today. Rejuvenate hair and scalp. Easily style and shines curly or wavy hair. Provides energizing aroma. And that's when people smell and say, ooh, wow. Or of essential oils with a pleasant, gender neutral scent. And it does not clog your pores. A lot of people think, well, if I put that on, would it clog my pores? No, it's very light. And it's in a small jar. You're probably saying, ooh, that's a little jar, but it has a big impact to the hair. It's such a great product for styling. Whether you wet setting, whether you blow drying, however you're going to end up finishing your style, put a little bit of our styling cream. Just rub it in the hand. It emulsifies and rub it through the hair. Comb it through and go continue to style. The beard and scalp oil, men love it because it's making a difference. The beard and scalp oil is designed to help strengthen and thicken beards and hair. Naturally strengthen hair follicles for those with androgenetic alopecia. Now, what's androgenetic alopecia? It's the alopecia that comes from the genes. It's passed down from one parent or both to the children. And you can almost bet it's going to happen. And I tell people, if you see that it's happening to you, don't wait until it happens. Slow it down. Get the beard and scalp oil, get the hemp powered hair, get into the system to slow this down, and it can happen. And it's very important that when you see the beard and scalp oil basically have some of the same ingredients that the hemp powered hair has. And we've gone through the system. Take note to the system. I don't know, Kathy, whether you have that picture of my incident and where my hair is now. And I say to you guys, if you're on this line, you make a decision to use the product, but be committed. And being committed is that you're using it. You made a decision. You made a decision when you joined Wakana. And if you're a guest of somebody on the line today, that means they love you. They wanted you to get this information the same time they're getting it and to make a difference in what's happening with your hair. We are in an epidemic, you guys, and I am so passionate about stopping it. Everywhere I go, I share with people, and they are amazed that we have this type of product. And I tell them, I'm not guaranteeing you, but I can tell you some of the testimonies that I've gotten, and starting with my own. I am a product of this product. And I'll tell everybody, I can only tell you what happened to me, how I use it. Did I use it exactly the way it says on the bottle? No, because I was in a panic state and I used extra. I used it every day. And I massaged vigorously because I wanted it to make sure that I was going in. Did I do scalp facials? Still do them. I do at least a scalp facial every month because I want to deep cleanse, exfoliate my pores. Now we're doing scalp scannings now. And on the third Monday, I think it's the 18th, if you guys check your calendar, I'm going to do a live scalp scan to show you what that particular person's scalp looked like. Now, everybody's different. I've scoped some scalps, they look pretty good. I've scoped some scalps where the strands are being deminiaturized. That means it's going, we have three types of hair. We have vellus hair, we have lanugo hair, and we have terminal hair. Now, lanugo hair is the hair the baby is born with, okay? The baby is born with that, and they shed that hair. So people who saying they got baby hair, they pulling all this hair down, that's not baby hair, okay? Baby lost that hair 2 or 3 months after they were born. Then you have vellus hair. Yeah, we have vellus hair. That's the little fine strands that's coming up, okay? Then we have terminal hair. Terminal hair is the hair we have now, the hair that you have now. So when you get DHT involved, you get inflammation, it starts to deminiaturize. You can't really see that with the naked eye. You know something is happening because it's not as thick as it was before. So when I scope a scalp, I'm looking at the strands that are starting to deminiaturize, returning to vellus, and eventually they will die off. The follicle will die off. So I see that on the scalp. I see inflammation that's built up on the scalp. I see where the pores are so clogged, nothing can get out. Remember, skin is the largest organ of elimination. So if nothing get out, that means nothing is getting in. So we exfoliate, we do the scalp facial to make sure that's not happening. And then we see the thick terminal strand. You even see how many strands coming out of a pore. That is scalp scanning is amazing. See how much oil builds up on the scalp. What you see is amazing. And the client is seeing the same thing in real time as you're seeing it. So then they make a decision. Do I want to get the SOS system? The answer is most of the time is yes, because we can get rid of that. Do I want to get the hemp powered hair after I clean up my scalp? Yes, because 51% of the hair is usually gone before we realize that we've lost that much hair. And a lot of people who had COVID, that was one of the side effects of COVID, that they lost hair. My daughter in love, and I call her in love because she's such an awesome daughter-in-law, that she lost, she said about 50% of her hair. And I could see yesterday it really has, taken effect on her. So I said, look, get into the hemp powered hair and massage it and see what happens. They live in Dallas, so I hadn't even noticed that she did lose a lot of her hair. And that could be very stressful. See, one of the reasons people do lose their hair is because of stress. It can be because of trauma, excessive brushing, traction. Traction is becoming very popular because of braids. People who get those braids, some of them don't realize they're braiding their hair with plastic. That's not good. I'm just on such a, I don't know. They say, calm down, Doris. You can't save the world. But if I could save one person, that was my head right there, you guys, if you're looking at it on the screen. That came from an accident, okay? But I got into hemp powered hair. I was determined. Now that's it today and a little more. That was 2 months after. 2 months after that incident, from right there. Now, do you know I panicked? But I was like, okay, hemp powered hair, it's time for you to show up and show out again for me because it have done it before. And I just started, like I said, did I use it 3 times a week? No, I use it 7 times, 7 days a week. I was in trouble. Well, it was a few drops every day in that area. My hair is back, as you see. And my daughter said last night, she said, Mama, it's even more. So I'm gonna take another picture probably next week and let you see how it's progressing. But was I committed? Oh yeah, very committed. I know the product don't work on the shelf. I know the product don't work in the box. I know where it works. It works on the area. And did I put it under my tongue? Every night. Every night. It's right there on my nightstand. And I put it under my tongue every night. Did I wait 60 seconds before I swallowed it? Yes, I did. So I'm telling you what I did. And I'm telling you what other people that have told me what they're doing with the hemp powered hair and the SOS system. It is making a difference. Do you want to make a difference? If so, raise your hand. Put a yes in the chat and let Kathy tell me who's saying what. Because
Let's check out the chat here.
and if you have any questions, put it in the chat.
Absolutely. So,
Alopecia, you guys, it's real. It's not fake. It is real, and it's happening to a lot of people, and it's getting worse. We got to stop it. We got to.
so Michelle says congratulations to you and John.
Thank you.
Let's see. Mom has done an excellent job. Congratulations. Apple doesn't fall from far from the tree. That's awesome. And Monica said that good afternoon. When I started my natural hair journey, water in the first product was preach. What should be the first product? I'm not sure what you mean.
Okay, I think I kind of understand what she means. I don't. I can't tell you what will be the first product in anybody's product. The only thing I'm sharing with you, Monica, is that the first ingredients. When I was in my trichology training, we took a trip to the lab, and we asked questions of the manufacturers, the chemists, and the ones who was at the lab. And the chemists told us the first product on the bottle is usually the dominant one. All the way to the last product is less. So you just look at the ingredients. You just look at the bottle and see, what is the first product on the bottle. Now, I don't know whether every manufacturer would do that. But only thing I can tell you with our product, we have nothing but organic product. So it really, I don't think gonna matter, but I think in these products that got these chemicals in it, like these paraffin, these phthalates, There's lauryl sulfate. Lauryl sulfate again, you know, we don't have lauryl sulfate, but when I tell you, if you've seen some of our demos with our product, the shampoo is amazing. Okay, so I think it's up to the companies or the manufacturers how they label their product. But this is just what the chemist told us.
Absolutely. And Elite, I'm not sure what you're asking about W hats or what's best for hair that's silver. Okay, I'm sorry. It's separated. Never mind. What's best for hair that is silver all over? Elite said,
Silver. Well, how do you? What are you saying? Do you have yellow on it? Um, I want to know.
or just plain old gray,
Gray hair. What you looking for? You looking to clean up the gray hair?
or because your hair is a different texture when it's gray, maybe.
I find that gray hair is a little stubborn.
It is. Uh huh.
But
A
if
little
you want to
coarser.
clean, if you want to clean up the gray hair and you don't want to use some of the rinses that are out there, this is what I do. I take
She said
my,
moisturizer.
yeah, yeah. What you do is get the oud oil and put it in in our conditioner and put them under a dryer, a preheated dryer for about 20 minutes under a plastic cap. Remember the oud oil and the conditioner mixed, and comb it through, wrap them up with saran wrap if you don't have a plastic cap, and place them under a dryer for about 20 minutes.
Awesome.
And, and again, they gotta drink water. A lot of people are not drinking the amount of water they need to hydrate the body. If the body is not getting hydrated, guess what? It's going to deplete itself of its own moisture. We don't want that. So if you're not into the eating for your blood type, which Kathy can sure tell you a little more about that, as well as the flat belly lifestyle, you are missing out on getting the body healthy. And a healthy scalp allows you to have healthy hair.
Alrighty, let's see if there's any other questions. I don't see any other questions. She said thank you. Monica also said thank you. Wow. Thank you. Michelle Stewart says that I've been getting my hair thermal pressed after going natural. Now my front is straight and it won't curl. What can I do to get my curl pattern back?
What you need to do as your new growth come in, if you're going to stop pressing, then I would I would do some natural styles and rod that up, because there's nothing you could do to bring that back. It just keep cutting it as it grow and you have it off. If you're going to go natural. Now, if you're not going to go natural, then you're going to just barely press that hair, because remember, you got to curl it too. I was a client was referred to me. A hairstylist said, I've taken her as far as I can take her daughter. She's losing her hair. I don't know what to do. When I got that client, her hair was like yours. It was pressed so straight until it's not going to revert back to your natural texture, not that hair. So what I've done with her, I blow dry her and I don't press her. I just warm press around the edges and I just curl. I blow dry her and I eliminate the second heat, which is the pressing comb, and I go straight to curling. Now, eventually, all that hair will be cut off, but you're not going to get it back. And usually, people who wear weaves, they leave that front hair out, and that front hair take a beating. But it's not gonna come back to your natural texture. You're just gonna have to eventually cut it off. And if you're going natural rod that, take some curling rods and wet set that to give it the texture you're looking for.
Excellent. Excellent question. Great knowledge. What about sponge rollers?
Sponge rollers, it's okay if you wrap tissue around them,
The sponge rollers take the moisture out of your hair, don't they?
as well as cut into your natural fibers if you don't have
Oh,
anything over to protect them.
gotcha. That's why our hair was coming out when we were younger.
Exactly. Because we didn't know no better. You know,
No,
it
we
said if you
didn't.
don't know better, you
The
can't do
sponge
better.
rollers was just more comfortable.
That's right. That's right.
We didn't know.
Once we know better, we have to do better.
I'm telling you, you can't unlearn that.
Okay.
Well, folks, this has been awesome. Thank you so much, Doris, for really bringing home a subject that's been all over the news. Alopecia. Alopecia to you has been a regular term for 48 years. It's
Yes.
the medical term for baldness, but now Jada Pinkett Smith has really reignited the conversation. And I think that's wonderful because people really need to understand what it is they're doing to their hair and what they can do for their hair.
And Kathy,
Um,
I don't know how many hairstylists that are on the line, but the show in Orlando, Florida, the premiere show, I will be teaching at that show. I've been accepted as an educator for that show. I was asked yesterday to come and do some education here for the show here where we attended last night. So it's, I mean, people are kind of getting nervous about it, alopecia, and they just want to know. It's like, what can we do? So, wow, that just opened the Wakanda door. That's what we can do.
that's really awesome.
Yeah. There and then I think I'm going to be on the panel at KGLH. They called me on Saturday to
Awesome.
yes, to be on that panel. So
So you will be
hey,
on that panel. That's going to be
yeah,
great.
it's going to be awesome, you guys. So if you're here in Los Angeles area, to come on out May 21st. I think it is May 21st. Come on out and be a part of the KJLH Women's Health Forum. There'll be about 10,000 women there. Yes, so I'm excited.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Well, look, doesn't look like there are any other questions. So, with that being said, again, thank you so much for your knowledge and sharing it with us. Thank you for your time, and we are looking forward to the next couple weeks, just a couple weeks now, for the
Scalp
uh
scanning.
for the scalp scan. And folks, wait till you see this. This is going to be awesome. Thank you again, Doris, for everything that you do. And folks, remember tonight there is the corporate virtual party that's going to start at 6 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Central, and 9 p.m. Eastern, starting on the half hour prior with DJ Dr. Roz, bringing in your Monday evening with some good R&B. So until then, we appreciate you, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your Monday.
And
Bye for now.
everyone who's on here, bring somebody to the party next week.
That's right.
Make it a
That's
make
right.
it just make it a promise to yourself that somebody's gonna be on here with me next week.
Awesome. Awesome thing. All right, y'all have a
Okay.
wonderful rest of your Monday.
Make it a great one, you guys.